Hi there, my name is Ashton Pizza, but you can call me Ash the Advocate. And today, the video is going to be just a little bit different, but something that I feel like I would use personally, which is just some calm gameplay to fall asleep to. So today we're going to be playing some Bear and Breakfast, and hopefully, as the video goes on, you'll slowly drift off like our bear friend Hank here. Alright, let's dive in. So I have already started playing Bear and Breakfast and have unlocked all of the different places, locations, and am currently working towards more of the endgame quests, building up. So that's going to be what I'm going to do first, is just check out what my quests are right now and figure out where we're going to go from there. So right now, Twiggy needs a copy of the Day in the Fields game, and then the High Lake Resort, which is where we're at currently. That needs to get 20 or more 5-star reviews, so that is something that's going to happen naturally. I'm actually going to hit untrack, because that's something that will just kind of naturally happen. For Pinefall, we have two things. Barbara, we need to get 50,000 for her. That one I'm going to go ahead and untrack as well. We're also building up the Pine Falls Resort, so we're going to need 3 level 4 bathrooms and 6 level 5 bedrooms. I don't know how many I currently have, but I am working towards getting the materials, so this should come fairly easily. Our next quest on the list is Sawdust. We need to get Tony 1 small bear carving, so I will have to look in my inventory to see if that's something I've already gathered, and we can go make that delivery. And then the last thing is in Winterberry, we just need to get the prestige to level 6. So we're going to keep the quest that I currently have tagged here and roll with it. So let me check my inventory. Do I have the small bear carving? Not here. I might have it in my extra storage. So we're just going to quickly loot the wood in the area. Let's go over towards the High Lake Inn, and we can check out my shark storage to see if I have that bear carving for Tony. Oh, hello, human. She's currently staying here, so as a guest, she'll kind of explore the area, see what's about. We're also gathering ingredients, but that's something that I do more passively, as we do have to feed our guests. So let's see. I want to move the lamps. This is not the game that Twiggy wants. Okay. Is that? No. Actually, that might. Let me put that in my pockets. We'll go. I think the first thing we'll do, I don't have the small bear carving. I am going to go to Timber Crossing, and we're going to go visit Gus and try to get that video game for Twiggy if we can. I've been playing on the Switch more, so the Xbox controller is definitely a lot less familiar. Oh, he has a check-in. Hey again, bud. Business is a boomin', I suppose. I trust the games were a great success, eh? Video games are pretty neat. Well, I was thinking, there's a whole bunch of newer games that have come out since I was a kid. What they lack in that sweet nostalgia, they make up for in the one thing players fear most: file size. But if you manage to find one of those new golden discs out there somewhere, I can get you some really fresh games. Awesome, so we actually do have one of those golden discs, Oliver. Alright, bud, got anything nice and golden for me? Got the disc right here. Oh, you aced it, as usual. Alrighty then. As promised, here's my favorite one from recent times. The person who made it really likes to make you think, you know? Which isn't what I look for in a game, but they just get me. Right. So it'll be available. Oh, Cobra Dinner. Have fun there, bud. If you want any more, just check my little shop. Okay. So, in here... Simulator. Okay. So I need a copy of Day in the Fields. And we'll craft that into a... We'll craft that into the game for... Actually, no, we don't have to craft it. Twiggy will just take that straight up. So, what I'll do, I'm gonna check Pawn Voyage. We got the simulator game recipe. So, I will go ahead and just learn that. Awesome. So, I actually want to check out the trash can to see if we can find that small bear carving here. I don't know. Yes. Okay. So we can also go deliver that to Tony. So let's see. Which direction is this? Who are we going to first? I guess we're going to Tony first. Alright. Oh my. Very windy. My little yellow arrow is guiding me to my friend Tony. Oop. Okay. Oh, he's in bed. Tony, my friend, I'm sorry to wake you. So, may I have my gift now? Yep, right here. Oh, this is wonderful. I've never received such a thoughtful gift. My boy, this is something any father would be ecstatic to receive. From, anyone, including members outside of their immediate family, yes. This is quite lovely, thank you. I'd like to give you something in return that I have been saving for a long time. I was holding this for someone else, but well, I think you should have it. This is my collection of ball bearings that I've gathered over the years. You can never have too many ball bearings. You never know when something needs to run a little more smoothly in your life. Thanks, I think. Okay, bag of steel balls. Yes, well, run along now, you little rascal. I don't know what... Oh! That is for the witch lady. Oh, toolboxes. Okay. So, I may go get some charcoal lilies before we go and visit Twiggy. Because Twiggy and the crocodile lady are in the same place. So that'll be a super duper quick 2-in-1. Let's see. I'm gonna go to the 824. I think that is where you can get into Black Moss, where Twiggy and the Witch Lady are. The Croco Witch. That shouldn't get in the way. This is not... It went too far. We traveled straight through Black Moss to our home in the thicket. Oh my gosh, it's dark. So we're gonna look for the charcoal lilies we need. Let's go ahead to Twiggy here. So did you find anything? Yes, found one. Yes, this is amazing. How could I ever repay you? Wait, I already said how. Okay. This is the most perplexing object in all of existence, according to Miss Charlotte at least. No one can explain how it works or why. It just does. An old magnet. Okay, here, take it. And thank you. Awesome. So, quest is fulfilled. Alright. Oh. So I'm going to need a lot of charcoal lilies because I now have 2 artifacts that I can present to her. So let's go ahead and do one of them. I might have to come back. Got something for me? Yes, ma'am. This weird gift from Tony. Ah, yes, the industrious beaver. Always so hardworking. Never had someone to share the fruits of his labor with. Strange creatures, fathers. Wildly different from one family to another. You can always spot a good one from a mile away. Just by the look in their eye when watching their hatchlings. I suppose the same goes for the bad ones, but they're not usually preoccupied with keeping an eye on their kin. Of course, you've never met yours, have you? No, ma'am. How did you know? What? Be the local bog witch and not know these things? I'd be ushered away in a second. In any case, behold, the hallowed ball bearings. The symbol of a father's love, something some folks search for their entire lives. Oh, Charlotte. Okay, I see there are some charcoal lilies up this direction, but I don't think I can get there from here. I might have to go around her house. Looked like there was a bridge there, but there wasn't. So let's continue. Okay, I see how I can get to those. I see on my mini-map that it doesn't look like there are any more charcoal lilies here. Small solid of this. Okay. So I know that I will have charcoal lilies in my storage. So I may go check my storage out and see what I have. So let's go ahead and look in the storage and see if I have any charcoal lilies. I have 1. Okay. So how many does that put me at in total? 7. Okay. I'm going to move food items into there for now. Okay, it's full. Oh joy. Okay. I I should probably, while I'm in the A24, do some item recycling. So this needs recycled. That is not recyclable. All of these were a mistake. Oh, almost these there. That probably would not have been so peaceful. So let's go ahead and recycle some items. Okay. I see. Okay. Lots of trash. The humans are very messy creatures. Let's see. Build that breakdown. I forget if that is a crafted item or like whether it's crafted or not. Those I know are crafted. So I think that was my recycling. So those tables were not crafted. Okay, let's go in here, maybe gather some materials. I think the biggest thing that I am currently missing or hurting for, you could say, would be mahogany planks. The level 5 furniture pieces require mahogany plates, or mahogany planks, silk sheets, and those items are much more, or well, those ingredients are much more rare. So it's becoming harder to build the level 5 items. But the thing that really makes the most difference for like the prestige of a bedroom is the bed. So you can have level 5 everything else. But if the bed is like a level 4, the room prestige will only be a level 4. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing here per se. I don't have the crowbar. I don't know if I'm there yet, because I don't think I have that yet. So let's see. Let me actually check the bookings to see if anyone needs to be. I have no guest reviews. I probably need to restock food in my locations that require it. Hey, wait. So I think I'm actually going to use the bus stop here. And the 3 locations that require food are High Lake, Winterberry, and Pinefall. Oh, there we go. That was a fairly decent amount of money. Okay. I may actually upgrade the current table here. What is that? Is that a level? Let me actually look. So let's go to kitchen items. I see. Okay. No, so that is actually the level 3. So maybe if we upgrade here, I would need to buy mahogany planks. Okay, so we'll leave it as it is now. And I may go do a massive stock of mahogany planks to be able to get the upgraded rooms I need. Okay, so they're not doing too bad. This can get stacked though, because that was taking up 2 slots. Do I have any cooked food on me? No. Let me go in my storage and get some of what I've already cooked. Cornflakes, apple bowl, red pudding, apple. Okay. And then when I get to Pineville, which will be our last stop on this food fill excursion, I'll probably take a lot of my ingredients out and go ahead and make some different food so that way I have a stock, because not only does it, help keep up with the food needs of the clients, like the people, but it also helps lower inventory space. So let's go ahead and book our people. So currently all our bedrooms are empty there. Let's see. So we don't currently have a bar. I'm gonna book someone who's a non-barfly. Okay, yeah. Put you here. What's that? Frigid. Oh. 120 degrees. Okay. That place is warm. That's intensely warm, actually. I'm not gonna lie. But I guess that will do. Yeah, I'm not really paying as much attention to certain stuff. I just want to, get people booked. Because that's how you make money in this game. Very hygienic. Do I have? I actually do. Okay. So let's just actually book people without regard. Okay, I see. So the requests are almost like universal across the resorts. Okay, I want you to have a location of the campsite. Do we have any that are gonna... yeah, that gets us close. You have like a high decoration requirement. Go with lower decoration requirements just because I don't have a ton of that, and they'll pay a decent amount as long as there's if it's above their range, they pay more. So it's kind of just balancing that. Go ahead and just book people. And then here, so they are separate. Okay. So let's go ahead and book here. 38 comfort. Go for that. Not you. 17 comfort. Yeah, that does it. You want a lot. Okay, you, yes. So 25 comfort, 6 decoration. 21, 11, and 11. That works. And I need someone with a low decoration requirement, maybe you, or a low comfort requirement. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And I think that is our resorts entirely booked. We currently have someone who does the bookings for us at our first location in Timber Crossing, so I don't have to worry about that location, but I am probably going to need to, use his service at other locations eventually, so that I can do more bear escapades. So next we're going to be heading to Winterberry, and in Winterberry I'm not only going to need to restock the food, but I will also need to refuel the furnaces if they need it, because Winterberry obviously is covered in snow, so it's very cold, and the guests don't like to be cold, so you have to make sure that they're warm. So you see it's 38 degrees Fahrenheit, which is less than ideal for sure. So there's some free fuel up here. So the goal is to raise the prestige of this place to level 6. I'm going to, maybe we could do a bar. I have some of the things that are needed for that. I would just have to craft some of the other pieces, but that may potentially help. But let's go ahead and just, so that has, okay, what about this one down here? And then we'll go and restock the food. Okay, so that one has maybe a little bit more of a struggle. So I'm going to go ahead and do 200 pieces in this furnace so that we don't have to worry about it as much. And let's go check on our buffet tables. Wow, there is not a lot here. So let me see if I have any more cooked food that I can throw in here. I may... Okay, so I will have to cook more stuff. I do have some pre-cooked stuff in Pinefall, but I'm definitely going to need to cook some things sooner rather than later. So let's go ahead in our kitchen here. And actually, I want higher level things. Not this. Ooh, we can get some hash browns. Okay, so we could do 7 servings of hash browns. Okay, and then we pick our next recipe. Not pepper pasta. Oh, we can do some servings of pepper pasta. Let's decide. It goes in a hearty soup. Do I have enough ingredients for at least one? Yeah, but I want to do more stacks, I think, so that I can make it a little bit more sustainable. It looks like some of our higher level stuff isn't going to be all that available to us. So if it requires rice, we are not going to be able to cook it right now. So let's go ahead maybe to some of the more Oh, I can do these. Pickled beet eggs. Let's go down and find a more simple recipe. What's in here? No. What about popcorn? Okay, we can only do 2 popcorn. Let's see. Cheese. What about apple bowl? Apple bowl and strawberry bowl are very classic options because they don't require a whole lot of ingredients. You're able to kind of just take what you have, do what you can. Do some mushroom soups. Now we will have to loot this after this one's complete to make more room. Can do some tea as well. And then I think we'll get some strawberry bowls and we'll call it done on cooking. These ones. And we've got some stuff on us that we can fill our buffet table with. Okay. So let's go ahead and I think we'll go ahead and build a bar. So first we need to, before we go into building mode that is, I need to grab the table, the bar table, and the bar stools that I already have. And are there any other decor items that I would want that I don't already have in my inventory? No. Okay. And while I'm here, I am going to go ahead and move some of the cooking ingredients, since I won't really need them while I'm building. I will grab building materials and put them in my pockets. Oh. Okay. Okay. So it seems like I've put everything that I can here. So let's go ahead and grab this wood down here, and then we'll go into building mode and build our little bar over here next to the movie theater. Okay, so we want to go for special, no? Is it under food? I'm wondering. Huh. Am I not able to do a bar here? Utility, food, comfort, hygiene, no. It seems like I can't do a bar here. So I wonder what I could do here instead. I'll have to maybe think on that some more. But we can potentially add a bar to Pinefall, which is where we're going to be traveling next. We'll have to think more on how we want to raise that location. I think that I might have to do some reworking of the rooms and maybe even upgrade them to raise the prestige, since a lot of the space is taken up other than that area. Okay. Yeah, I did build a dining room here. So, something that I was working on the last time I played was building this dining room here. So, I need to build some more chairs for the dining table, because I had ran, I only have one silk sheet, so I actually will only be able to build one more chair. So I have 2 in my inventory here, and I will place them at the table. And we'll go ahead and leave there for now. Let me stock up the food here. Let's see. Okay. There we go. So there's still plenty of space here, and I have some stuff in the main building here. So up here, I think we're going to need a bathroom for sure, and 2 more bedrooms I think can also be built here. So let me go ahead and build the bathroom first. So we need to have 3 level 4 bathrooms. So let's go ahead and do 1 sink, a toilet, level 4, and a level 4 bathtub. Okay. So I want to build the bathroom maybe kind of centralized. And what I might do is go ahead and build the 2nd bedroom first, since I already have the items for that. And that can maybe give us a gauge of what we're working with as far as spacing goes. Because I think I'll do the 2nd bedroom for here, right beside it, and then we can do the bathroom right there. So let's see. If I move this a little bit more in. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the bed and throw that in there. And then we'll do the wardrobe, the vanity table, what decor pieces do I have that we can add in here? There's a large colorful rug. We can do one of those here. That's very nice. What about... do we have any? Yes, I have the elegant side tables. So let's turn that. Okay. So what we're going to need to do is maybe rework this a little bit. So I'm going to move the wardrobe. Actually, can I do it? Yes, right behind the door. There we go. Beautiful. And I'm going to go ahead because there are no couples or things that stay in your resort. So both sides of the bed don't need to be necessarily accessible. So what I'll do is I'm going to get this just closer to the wall, and then we can add the side table that I'm hoping for right in there. And then we'll be able to put a lamp right on that table. Okay. And then we'll be able to slowly add more decor items over time. So now that I maybe have a little more, I'm considering building the other bedroom first so that I can plan the door placement. But I first need to see if I even have the ingredients to make level 5. So I do not have the silk sheets needed, so we won't be able to build the other bedroom. However, I think that we can play around with the bathroom. Okay, so we want to do that. And this may end up becoming a little bit of a tight squeeze. But I think doing the bathroom here, and then we'll have the other room back here. The door can maybe go, it can extend out here and enter in here. So that may just work. Okay. So I need to add the door. I'm going to go ahead and do the door maybe here. Okay. So let's add the bathtub, the sinks, and the toilet for our bathroom. And we'll also go ahead and throw in a decor item, which is a towel rack, which is very, very nice, very needed in a bathroom. Okay. Oh, so that means we have actually completed building 3 level 4 bathrooms in Pineapple. So once I'm able to build the other level 5 bedroom, that might actually put us where we need to be. So let's go ahead and I'm going to gather some wood. As well as some miscellaneous ingredients here. And there is actually a mini shop down here towards the bottom of the map. I know I'm going upwards. By this point, hopefully you are already asleep. If you're not, then please start, just maybe readjust yourself a little and take a couple of deep breaths. Try to remind yourself that you want to sleep. You want to let yourself fall into sleeping. Okay. So let's go ahead and buy some silk sheets. I'm going to buy 10 of them. And mahogany planks. Let's go ahead and bring that to like a 33. And I'm going to do something that might be a little bit stupid, but just sink my money into more silk sheets. Okay. And let's go ahead and build that last bedroom. Oh. our guests have finished here. So if we go ahead and build that other bedroom, and then we can do our bookings. And we'll be able to get more decor items for these rooms as things happen. I'll have to check out the raccoon shop and pick out some items that we can add to these rooms. So what do I want to do here? So this adds more decoration. I think I want some variety, especially since there are 2 versions of the level 5 bed. And then I want to also get another wardrobe and another vanity, and maybe even a footrest for this room. So let's go ahead and build the room. So for bedroom, let's go ahead and see. Oh, perfect. There we go. And then we're going to add that. Now we can go ahead and add the furnishings. So the elegant nightstand, it's similar to the other room. I'll actually go ahead and put a lamp. And while I have the lamps, I will put one in this room too. So here is the wardrobe. We'll put the footrest at the end of the bed. And I'll take the vanity, flip it around. Okay, are there other decor items? Maybe we'll do the colorful rug. And I actually like the idea of the tapestry in this room. Okay, so we've got it. Oh, we do not actually have the level 5. Let me look at the map, because this has several... Oh, I see. What level is this bed? Maybe this bed is level 4? Is that correct? Let me look in crafting, and that will tell us. That is a level 4 bed, so I will need to upgrade some of these beds in order to complete that. Okay, so hello. So let's actually go and see what is my current financial situation, and can we go ahead and upgrade those? So right now, I would say I will probably spend more towards silk sheets, since wood is something I feel I can more easily stumble upon. I have not even checked the dining room for the main building here, but that's okay. We do have some options in the fridge here that I will be able to utilize. Okay, so I took all. Oh, she just disappeared. Okay. Oh, I do not actually have space here. So what about in here? Hello. Okay, we have more space in here, so let's go ahead and add some of these recipes in. some wood down here. Do I have things in here that could be of use? Let's see. Maybe, but not right now. Okay. So I actually want to go ahead and do what I've done before. Oh, I cannot actually. Okay. So let's see. What do I want to do? First off, I think I need to manage today's bookings. So let's go ahead and get some people booked. So, this one should be good. Okay. Next. Oops. And then lastly, the motel in 824. So let's go ahead and see if we have any materials to upgrade some of the beds upstairs that are level 4 here. So we're going to open build mode, go into crafting. Let's see if we can craft any of the level 5 beds. Okay, we can do 2. So let's go ahead and take you, and I am actually going to remove you, and you as well. When we open our backpack, we're able to just throw this in here in its place. Okay. And that has actually completed the quest. So let's go ahead and claim that. Yes, the job is complete. Oh, I have received a pair of pants. Okay. Actually, I'd like to put these pants on. So let's see if we can replace these pants with the ones he received. That is, if I can find the ones. There they are. Oh, man. Little dapper man. We can actually make him even more dapper by trading out his t-shirt for a suit jacket. Oh my. Let's go ahead and take his hat off and let him be the handsome little businessman that he is. So what is the next quest? Okay, so now Pinefall is on a passive quest. So we're going to actually untrack that one, since I don't need to keep a crazy eye on it. Let's see. But I should head back to Black Moss and see if I can gather any more charcoal lilies to complete this quest for Charlotte. Let's pick up some garbage. And then we'll be able to add some items to our museum in Pinefall. So I see lots of charcoal lilies on the map here. So we should be able to collect plenty for this quest. Oh, we have all of the ones we need. So let's go ahead and talk to Charlotte. Got something for me? Yep, right here. If you want to baffle even the most educated scholar, just ask them how a magnet works. They'll no doubt explain what it does, but not why. They can't. What have we learned about things without explanation? They are endlessly fascinating. This might be the only thing in your collection of mystery that's actually a little mysterious. Interesting. Behold, the working magnet. Beautiful. It will keep doing its job long after we've all gotten sick of ours. Interesting. So that quest is now done. So what I am actually going to do is probably return to Pinefall and go ahead and craft the pedestals that I need for the 2 new museum items that I've gathered. So let's go ahead and use the bus here. Build, and let's see what we need to craft the museum pedestal. Okay, so I should be able to craft the 2 that I need. And we will go down here to where our museum is. Where are those pedestals? Ah, so our small display stands. Put one there, we'll put another there. And then we can take these items and attach them, I believe, to those. So what I'll do, I actually think I have a third as well. So let me see if I can craft another pedestal. Okay. So let me see if I can edit. So let's see. I know the magnet is for sure a item. So will it need to be that I forget how it goes. Whether he needs to walk up to it to place it on. Yes, that is how it works. Okay. So let's see. Do that. seems that they don't like me with my hat. Okay, so I only have 2 museum exhibits, but that's okay. There actually should be more to come. So what I'm going to do now is actually travel, I think, to Winterberry. And we're going to maybe work on seeing what we can do to build the place up more. So let's see. I'm going to grab some decor items. I'm going to go down because these are going to be our level 5 items. Ooh. Oh, I do like this rug. I'll buy 3 of those. Oh, that lamp is also nice. I'll take 5 of those. Okay, we have some bear posters. Those would be very cool. A gramophone could be nice. And same with the acoustic foam panel. What I might actually do with that space is move the movie theater up some. Oh, they're horrified by me. Is it because I don't have my little bear hat on? Let me see. I do actually prefer his old outfit. Can I... Okay, I will figure out how to redress Hank. It was quite sad. So let's go here. I want to pick up a different shirt. And then here, let's get the other pants. Where did they go? There. And then I want to figure out how to equip his hat. Can I do it from here? There we go. So hopefully they'll be less afraid of me now. So, what we will do is I am actually going to take this movie theater and honestly move it up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make it think that it's linked to the original room. And we're actually just going to create almost like a false space. In essence, we're going to make the game think that it's the same movie theater, but we're going to move it up. Nope, that's not what I intended to do. However, I could probably take this rug now, and we rotate it. Okay. Now we can take each of these seats and we can lay them out. Is we're actually going to expand the size of the recreation lounge. And then I think maybe one day, because I'm kind of leaving this space to enable us to add another row of seats in the future. Let me erase that. Wonderful. Wonderful. Can I put the door here, actually? Oh, I can. And so that leaves enough space, actually, for us to add 2 whole rows when that time comes. So that's pretty nice. It looks like I don't have the finances, though. Let me see. Can we scratch that? Okay, so money is a problem. Let me actually go to sleep then. When we wake up tomorrow, we'll have some money. Okay. Wonderful. So now we can go ahead and redo that whole thing we just did. So, okay. Take the door, move it up, move this here, screen here. For this, so we're just going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to do 2 seats, and eventually we can expand it. But for now, I'm just going to let this kind of have the breathing. And let me see. Let me go ahead and remove that bottom portion. Oh. Why does it cost more? So if I expanded this room, let's say, there, okay, I would not have the cost to be able to do that. So let's go ahead. So let's go ahead and get bookings done for today. And then the last one, motel. I know some people do like to focus a little bit more on getting guests in private rooms, but I think I just don't necessarily care as much about that aspect. Sometimes it is better to pay more attention to it, because the people will ultimately pay you more. That's okay. Alright, let's go ahead and let me see if we can pick up our garbage. Because Wade should actually have garbage collected for us. And that will allow us to buy more of the decorations that will help us raise the prestige. So, okay. collected the garbage. Now let's go ahead and get some other decorations where we can. I think a popcorn machine would be good for the movie theater. I like this lamp. And then let's actually go put some acoustic paneling in there, which was something that I talked about doing, but didn't do, so it's okay. Interesting. So it seems like we aren't able to put that there. That's okay. I would also love to add some of the movie posters on the outside, because I think that that's really fun. Oh, and that actually brought us to level 6. Very nice. So we can go ahead and cross that off. Yes, the job is complete. Awesome. So let me go ahead and reopen my quests. And I will actually retrack some of the quests that are more passive. And right now, our goal is really to focus on money. Okay, we'll build one level 2 lounge and host 2 guests with the lazy bones trait. Yes. Okay. So I will need to earn more money in order to fulfill that. But for now, let me go ahead and let's see. I think my best bet, where do I want to go? Let's actually go to Pinefall and see what we need to work on there. Okay. So at Pinefall, we are currently working towards completing the stay of 50 more guests. In High Lake, we need 5-star reviews. So for High Lake, we might actually need to start paying a little bit more attention to what each of the guests wants. I think something we can potentially work on here in Pinefall is building a campsite for our guests to use. So we'll gather this wood and we'll enter building mode and see what we can do. Okay. Some more wood. Oh, we are out of wood in that furnace actually. So let me go ahead and get that taken care of. situated. Let's go ahead and collect this wood, and then we'll build that campsite. So right here, Hank is currently standing in the campsite. We are going to need a couple of things. Let's go to campsite items. There's the lounge bar. Here we are. So we want I would say, let's go for one large fire pit. I want to gain, let's go for, I think it's 8 that go around, but I will start with 4. And if we need to make more, we can. Then we get a s'more station and a hot dog station. Okay. Now, I think the real question will be, will we have the money we need to build the campsite? Okay, so that didn't do that. Am I able to... Let me actually see, am I... Okay, I'm still within the border there. Let's add a door. I do like the idea of the door here, but at the same time, I see that there's a wooden path or a dirt path on the other side, and I like the realism that it is a desire path that is built within, the guests that have been coming and going. Okay, so let's place our s'more station. And our hot dog station. Okay, and then we are going to take the campfire, and there are 8 seats, so I'm going to go ahead and just put the 4. And we'll leave that there. Okay, wonderful. I am wondering if I can build any more of the dining seats for Bear. Yes. Alright, I'm able to build 3 of them. And so we can go ahead and add those into the dining room. Okay. Wonderful. So, let's see. What I will do is I'm going to grab any of the cooked recipes I have in here and just kind of take them all with me and go around to fill up the different tables. Okay, there's no one here. So next I'm going to go to Winterberry, to the ski lodge. So let's see. So I need to build a better lounge. A level 2 lounge, that is. So checking the food. Okay. Okay. So there's no more space for food there. Now let's go ahead into the second building. Are there other cooked recipes? Yes. Okay, there is more room there. So let's continue. And I see the temperature is 34 here. There's still wood. Oh, he seems to be stuck. I bet I can sleep. Okay. So let's go ahead and see if we can get people checked in. Okay. So I'm actually going to go ahead and edit, turn on, enable, and I'm actually going to turn off Gus's services. Because right now his services are maybe not as helpful. Okay. 38. Good. Okay, for the motel. Well, we will definitely make you happy as a barfly. There's that. You have maybe low enough expectations. Okay. So let's see. I do have a campfire, High Lake. I need to add more food there for sure. Oh my. Oh, we need 31 decoration. I should decorate High Lake more. Maybe that's where I need to go. Is to get High Lake a little bit more decorated. I'm very prone to becoming a loot goblin. I'm just wandering off, grabbing whatever. My brain says, ooh, a wood pile. Must take. So I can see there's maybe a little bit less decoration here. But let's go ahead and fill the food. Yes. Look at the bottom. Okay. There we go. So there's at least something here now. Instead of what feels like nothing. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab some decorations to add around the place. Some rugs. Let's see. I like this floor mirror. That's nice. What about essentials? Why not some of those? Oh, and I would like to add more plants. I really like these. just add some of these things in around the place. So, one of the things first and foremost is let's see if we can do this mirror. Yeah, that actually works. Okay. What else could we maybe? So some of these beds could be upgraded, potentially. Yes. And so now those are upgraded from level 4 room, or from level 3 rooms to level 4 rooms. Yes. Okay. So there's that. And do we have the space for that? No. Okay. Maybe we can do a plant like here. That would be fun. Okay. Let's see. Are there things we could add into these rooms down here? So with this rug would be too big. I wonder, do I have a smaller rug available? Oh, this might be good. This would be the perfect size for these rooms. Okay. Maybe we can do a stack of books on the shelf here. And if we added an additional shelf in here, that gives us the space maybe to give them a stack of books as well. And then I actually want to go upstairs and check out up here. Okay. So let's see. Can this fit in any of these rooms? No. What about this floor here? Could that potentially? There we go. So that kind of adds a little bit more space there. So let's see. I want to try to maybe cook as much as I can without buying ingredients, and then start storing the ingredients I do have that are cooking based. Oh no. So it seems like there's maybe not enough bathrooms here. Let's see. So we want to gather just food items. Okay. So let's go ahead and put some of the furnishing and building materials away. And we're going to kind of finish this video off just doing some little bit of cooking before we wrap up for tonight's wind down. Let's see. Keep going. just ingredients in my pockets as much as I can help it. Alright, so let's see. I can make mint tea. Let's see how many mint teas we can make. Yeah, let's go for 20. We'll have the ingredients for that. So anything with milk, sugar, those things we won't have the ingredients for. I think we should empty out our box here though, before we continue. Okay. No, we don't have flour. Actually, pepper pasta is possible to do a serving of. I'm wondering if I would have the ingredients to do grilled cheese. I don't know if I have any cheese. I do not. We can do a plate of fries, a honey sage tea. This might be possible, this recipe. We're doing a lot of beverages. No, I don't have the sage. I don't have butter. So, I see. I don't quite have enough beets for more than just one. We can do the citrus peach cooler. Just looking through, seeing maybe are there other recipes we would be able to complete. So I think we're going to go back down to our tried and true strawberry bowl, apple bowls. I don't know if we have any more potatoes. No, I wouldn't have enough. No butter. We could maybe do another serving of mint tea, but I don't think that is necessarily the best option. So I think our other option would be the apple bowl. Let's go ahead and like that. And then I will actually clear out some of these things from my inventory. Okay. And let's actually go ahead and fall asleep. Nope. Okay. So we're going to continue some ingredient harvesting. Since that didn't take as much time as I expected it love to check out the fridges across my hotels that offer food and see if we can find any other ingredients that are needed for the more complicated recipes. So let's check the fridge here first. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything there. So let's go ahead and I'm going to head to Winterberry. And there, in Winterberry, there's actually a greenhouse here where there is some really interesting produce that you can't really find other places. Okay, so let's check out the fridge here and see if there were any left behind ingredients from pastiche. No, there are not. So let's go ahead and take what we already have cooked and see if they need any refills here before we head on over to Pinefall and rummage through those fridges. Okay, so it looks like there's one space available. So we'll go ahead and put something there, and let's head on to the bus to head to Pinefall. Now what I will do before we check the recipes is I'm going to go ahead and do our cookings again. So we are going to get ready to finish the video soon. What I'm going to do is take care of our bookings, finish our cooking expedition, and then we will be on our way for the video. I don't have a lounge, unfortunately. Okay. So a lot of the rooms are empty, which means that yesterday I forgot to book people in my other areas. That's okay. Alright, so now we're going to check on those ingredients as mentioned. Let's see. I'm going to grab this. Let's see, are there any spots? No. Okay, so there are recipes there. Okay. So these strawberries are going to be it for today. Hopefully you have already fallen asleep by the time we've reached this portion of the video. If not, then please feel free to take care of yourself. Head on to whatever other content will help you towards falling asleep. And regardless, I hope you have a great rest of your night and that you wake up tomorrow fresh and rested. Wishing you all the best. Bye.